No hej, z tej strony pani Gajowa, a dzisiaj wracamy do tego dziwnego laboratorium. Czekajcie, muszę papiery tu poprzesuwać, bo oczywiście po co robić porządki, jak mam czas, nie? No to wracamy do laboratorium i przejrzymy, co tutaj jest w ogóle. I pogadamy.
What's on your mind?
A co sądzisz o tym
This
laboratorium?
place sure is something, isn't it?
I admit, I never gave much credence to all that ethericity business, but seeing all them contraptions and appurtenances, let's just say it's given me a new appreciation for Clark's tenacity.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Okej. A ty?
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
O nas.
Clark's lab is really quite something, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, something unnatural, something perverse. What possessed him to undertake this research is beyond me.
Right. Carry on.
Okej. Co to jest za łapka tu?
I can't see through. The window is too grimy.
Okej, to wygląda jakby była od tamtej strony.
Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
Won't do us any good if there's nothing power in this place, though.
No nie wiem, czy nie ma prądu, ale zobaczymy. Pospacerujmy.
Not much left. Some books and a broken device. What in the ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch.
A co to jest?
A wooden mannequin in a cage? I have so many questions.
You sure you want 'em answered?
O nie, nie chcemy odpowiedzi na to. A coś jeszcze tu możemy? Czekajcie, czekajcie. A to?
At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety.
Dobra.
Can't
Spojrzymy.
really see through the porthole, but it looks dense in there.
Dobra,
No
otwórz.
handle. Must be some other way to open it.
Okej. Czego nie przejrzałam? Mogę wyjść, ale po co mi to? A, mogę tu pójść, to chodź. Jej, teleportacja.
This
Oni
Clark
za mną
fellow
krok
was
w
into
krok.
some strange things, wasn't he?
I'm starting to understand why he chose to do his work out in the middle of nowhere.
Okej.
This must be where Clark parked his rear during his experiments.
A tutaj pająk
This may have
mieszka.
held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders.
No dokładnie. Dobra, co my tutaj jeszcze mamy? Tutaj jest coś do tykania. Tu jest do patrzenia. To najpierw te do patrzenia
Guess
rzeczy.
we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
O, to tak jak ja.
Looks like a toolbox. What's it doing all the way up there?
No właśnie, a
Way
możemy to
too high
wziąć?
for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else.
Nie pomagaj.
Can't begin to fathom what
A
these
tu jest
contraptions are
krzesło.
for.
Nothing of use to us.
Na pewno?
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
Ale coś słychać co chwilę, nie wiem. Bier to
Maybe this will
krzesło. No, na pewno
Then again, maybe not. Can we talk?
pomóż.
What's on your mind?
Any clever
No.
ideas to get to that confounded box?
Not too many, I'm afraid.
A mogę ci wejść na barana?
Hang on, I've got an idea. Why don't you just shoot the box down?
Beg pardon?
Let's put that gunslinging know-how of yours to work.
I may be a showman, but I ain't a performing monkey. It's as
O
I
ty
said about
dziadzie,
those
ty.
bottles. I never perform sharpshooting tricks without a crowd.
Ha, 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 ha.
Crowd be damned. I want to see what's in the box.
You've proven
właśnie.
yourself resourceful. I'm sure you can find a more
Bierz mnie na
practical way
barana.
to get to that box that doesn't involve me
On
wasting
wcale
ammo.
dobrze nie strzela.
I don't understand. You showed off your prowess with a gun before. Now
No
all I'm
właśnie.
hearing are excuses. Why so shifty all of a sudden?
All right, look. The truth is, I've gone a mite rusty. A couple of years ago, I could have done it with my eyes shut, but time ain't been kind to my hands.
So how did you pull off
Okay.
that juggling trick?
Danny's the one that shoots the ball from the wings. You want that box down so bad, ask him to help you when he gets back.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Aha, aha, aha.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
A oglądałam
What about?
ostatnio Płonące siodła. I tam też był
Can
taki
you think of
jeden.
any way to get that box down?
I'm afraid
Co
reaching
to
high
ze
things has
strzelaniem
never
miał
been my
problem,
forte.
ale on miał
Right.
problem
Carry
przez alkohol. Dobra, nie wiemy co tu począć. A co to?
This is where all the cables wind up.
No, ale to mi nic nie daje. To już patrzyłam. No to chodź. A to krzesełko mogę? Nie.
Is this
Oh.
some kind of combination or code?
9.
One of the
2.
dials is missing. Just my luck.
Okej, trzeba znaleźć. Tutaj jest na 0 i tutaj na 7. Mam nadzieję, że o to chodzi, ale muszę znaleźć tego jednego dziada.
Empty. Not really surprising.
A ja jestem zaskoczona, bo myślałam, że coś będzie. I tak będą za mną biegać. A pociągnij.
No
We-
good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more.
Dobra, ale nie ma
I
tu...
can't
a
remove
to,
it with my hands. I'll need a tool to unscrew it.
mamy coś? Mamy to.
That won't help me remove the panel.
Okej. Tutaj będę próbować z czymś. Zacznijmy tak.
That won't fit there.
A, bo to nawet na czerwono jest, nie?
TT-180. Must be this contraption's model number.
A flipnij.
Nothing happened. This console isn't getting any power.
No nie ma mocy,
One
bo
of the
tutaj
dials is
trzeba...
missing. Just my luck.
Nie to. I.
Not much left. Some books and a broken device.
A nie ma nic, co by nam się
What in the
przydało.
ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
No to dobrze, to nie podchodź.
A few moments later.
Nie wiem.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
A,
Might I
okej.
borrow that arrowhead for a spell?
By all means. Maybe it'll bring you some luck too.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Co ona od niego? Okej. Nie wiem. Może to mi się przyda? Kurde, nie to.
That's one sharp point. That won't
Tu?
fit there.
Nie. No właśnie, a może... Dobra, będziemy tym najeżdżać na wszystko, co się da. Może gdzieś będzie ok. Nie wiem. Tu? Tu był jakiś panel, nie? No. Dobra, to ja już wszystko wiem.
That's one sharp.
Nie to.
Let's see if this works. That did it.
Dostanę nerwicy.
This wire
Co
needs
tu
patch.
się stało? A tu by się przydała jakaś izolacja.
There's a thought, but this is way too big.
A mogę to pociąć?
I hope this isn't considered treason.
Dobra.
That should do it.
Okej, to
No
jeszcze
good.
jedno.
There's some power getting through, but it needs more. No
Co
wonder
to
the power's
jest?
not getting through. This wire's all corroded.
Skorodowało. Nie wiem, no, spróbujemy
I
to
could try scraping
zdziabać.
it, but I don't want to risk cutting the wire. There's got to be another way.
A my jej za bardzo nie mamy. Halo, panie, masz butelkę?
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Any idea how to start up the generator?
A solvent like acid or alcohol is good for
No.
removing corrosion.
Right.
Okej.
Carry on.
Wszystko nie mam ci butelkę teraz wytrzasnąć.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Any idea how to start up that generator?
Afraid not. These doohickeys ain't quite my bailiwick.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
No dobra, to idziemy szukać alkoholu? Albo czegoś takiego? Nie mam pojęcia. Zawracamy, nie wiem.
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
Nie wiem, chyba tutaj nie znajdę. Może do miasta trzeba wrócić? Nie wiem. No dalej, dalej. Jak tutaj się w mapę wchodziło? Tędy, nie? Tu jesteśmy. O, a co to? Dzień dobry. A ma pani alkohol?
Dios mio. What is this abomination?
Howdy, folks.
Nie wiem.
Interested in learning about Coltit's miracle elixir?
Of
Okej.
course we are, little lady.
Then step on over here.
Ta, super. Dzięki.
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
O mój Boże.
You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
Matko
My name's
kochana.
Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
Fine,
A,
I'll
opowiadaj.
bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the wildly popular Coltit's emulsified soporific comes Coltit's miracle elixir, the finest, most elective tonic in Vespuccia. Guaranteed to treat and cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And for a special
Tak,
limited
tak.
time, we're selling it for the reasonable price of just 5 crowns.
To bardzo popularny motyw. A
5
co o
crowns
dwóch
seems a
powiesz?
bit pricey. How about I give you 2 instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
Oh, I'm sure we can agree that rules were made to be broken, young lady. Would you consider 3 crowns? We'll tell everybody we meet to come see you. Then you can
No,
charge
oh,
them a reasonable 6.
Well, okay, deal.
Straciłam pieniądze na takie coś.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert
No
when there's a
właśnie.
town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stand out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone
Aha.
else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
Okej, słodko.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way. Was that your doing?
No.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on,
tell
you
you,
can
babe.
tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no. Now stop asking.
Fine, jeez.
I think I've
Ale
heard
my
enough
też
for
pytamy.
now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
To była presja. Dzięki. Tu. Dziwne to było. Ale mam nadzieję, że ta butelczyna nam pomoże. Czemu tędy wyszliście, jak ja kazałam wam iść tędy? Dobra, dobra. Ja mam nadzieję, że to jest na alkoholu. Rzuć na to okiem.
Professor Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. Guaranteed to cure what ails you. I'm sure that's the
Tak,
case
tak.
if what ails you is sobriety. Whew! That'll put hairs on your chest.
Okej, no to musi być tam procent. Dobra. A to
I'd prefer to keep the cloth dry.
serio?
Let's
No
put
to
some
to-
of this elixir to good use.
Jeszu, jakie to żrące. No to jazda. Ciąg za wajchę krąg. Piknie.
Fantastic.
Dziwne to. Możemy stąd wyjść?
Looks like Phil managed to get the door open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
Wow. Co się stało?
I'd say so, yes.
We are up and running.
Impressive.
This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow intend to do with such power?
I'm beginning to wonder
Właśnie
about
nas
that
odciął od
myself.
wszechświata chyba.
Nice job getting the lights back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
They're adequately supplied. They should be well off for some time.
Well, I suppose we should see about...
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn.
Kto
Looks
tu?
like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
No nie. Kto to?
Hail!
Nie mów do nas tak brzydko.
Goodness, I wasn't expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
Kto ty jesteś?
And just who might you be?
I am Paul Burkhart, emissary of the Luminarians.
The what now?
Oh,
We are
matko.
disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
No, akurat.
You know, I think we've met one of these disciples already.
You must be referring to Samuel. He is quite protective of this place. If you seek enlightenment,
No,
we
raczej.
will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all return to the
Nie chcę,
commune.
żebyś się ze
We must
mną
not further
czymkolwiek
defile
dzielił.
the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all.
Ja chciałam tamtą skrzynkę, a nie, że mnie teraz porywają.
Welcome to Chrysalis, friends. Feel free to explore,
matko.
converse with the residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
What an accommodating fella.
This is all very strange.
No, oczywiście, że tak.
Might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself.
No i co? I nas
All right, let's see what we
zostawił.
can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hands, shall we? If anybody asks, our interest is purely academic.
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar. Just withhold certain details. We're interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
Okej.
I
To
know
nas
lying doesn't come
zostawili.
natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
Ja chcę z nią pogadać w ogóle.
Above all else, be confident. If you sound like you believe what you're saying, they will too.
You seem to have a lot of experience in these matters.
Nie wiem. Wszyscy kłamią?
Look, everybody lies. That's just the way it is.
I don't.
Really? Not even the tiniest little fib?
Dishonesty is disrespect. For others, for God, for oneself.
That's
Oh, yeah.
quite the aphorism.
Your advice is
Podziwiam.
appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
I zostałam sama. Co mi się tam... Co mi się w tym pamiętniku pojawiło? Czemu tu masz wyrwane? Okej. Nie chce mi się czytać tego pamiętnika.
Excuse me?
Ah, hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Legere.
My name's Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or
Oh.
raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, most
No
of
bo
it.
to jest komuna.
Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded
Ale
with
dobrze
bounty.
utrzymana komuna. Czy jesteś
So, are you the
kucharzem?
biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join
No
up with these
właśnie,
folks?
pogadamy z
Well,
nim.
like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
Tak
I can understand that
wyłapują
reaction.
sekty.
But I realized that in my grief, I'd
Szukają
become
słabszych ogniw
Oh, I am so sorry.
i ściągają do
Don't
siebie.
be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
Matko kochana.
You
A
said
co
your
jest
crops
źle
weren't
ze
doing well.
zbiorami?
Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
A zapytaj o doktorka.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the waxed anatomical models in the medical marvels exhibit. But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
Okej. Masz na myśli
Clark's
demonstrację.
demonstration?
Indeed, the miracle that drew aside the veil and took my wife and the other 14 blessed souls up into the etheric realm. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
A ja bym nie żałowała.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear. He transcended.
Again,
Uh-huh.
you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed
Dobre pytanie.
through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
A, czyli umarł.
Oh,
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Legere, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
It was good talking to you.
Och,
I'll leave you both to it.
tak, to brzmi
Goodbye
jak
for now.
nawiedzeni
see
ludzie.
you later, Harley.
Czemu on rusza ustami? Pogadam z nią.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite
Laska się
comprehend their
trochę
philosophical ideas,
wyrwała
but they've welcomed us
z
with open
klanu
arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
i
I'll leave
właśnie
you to your
łatwo nią
conversation.
manipulować.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good at least.
Okej, koło zaginęło, super.
Full of grain by the look of it. Quite the contraption.
Zobaczmy, bo jak zacznę z nim gadać... A dobra, to jeszcze... Chociaż nie, czekaj.
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The defiler
To ten
returns.
Hey
czapeczki,
now, don't
dobra.
get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
A widzicie, co się na niebie porobiło? Jest normalnie taka jakby... Jakieś takie, nie wiem... Pole siłowe, coś takiego?
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name
No.
of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
What's so special about this place that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses
No.
our collection of
Ma
artifacts
3
salvaged from
motylki,
Dr.
więc
Clark's
musi
laboratory.
być mega
Oh,
ważne.
so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Aha, czyli pewnie tam znajdę jakieś
Think I might
części.
take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
Aha.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
Tym bardziej tam wlezę.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy.
Oj tam.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just
Club.
suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only
Tak.
outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try. But not on my watch.
Och.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No. Nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
Okej.
Where did Dr.
To
Clark
nie
end up?
kapuję.
Not where he should have.
A gdzie
Do you know any
powinien?
details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory
narzędziem.
or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
No, raczej.
Underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
No dobra, mamy tutaj coś jeszcze? Jeszcze to chciałam zobaczyć.
My, that's quite imaginative.
Dobra, wiecie co? Stań mi ładnie, czemu nie możesz? Halo. Dobra, ona nie chce stanąć ładnie, więc tak czy siak będę kończyć. Bo już dość długo nagrywamy. Troszeczkę zrobiliśmy. No i co dalej tutaj w tej komunie, to się dowiemy w kolejnym odcinku. A w tym momencie zachęcam Was do lajkowania, komentowania i subskrybowania, jeśli jeszcze tego nie zrobiliście, a chcielibyście, do napisania pod tym i pod kolejnym filmem. Pa!